But this one was like, man.
Oh.
Super Bowl 50 was like, you know what I mean though?
Yeah, I mean, I watched that Super Bowl. It was a disappointing game as well.
Yeah, but like this Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Coldplay. I love, everybody always memes, what's her name?
Chris Martin.
Yeah, and that bit with it, is it Uptown Funk I think they're doing?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
like the three of them are at like the front of the stage. They're probably three of the biggest artists in the past decade.
Oh, Ed Sheeran's not up there.
Well, no, Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift as well. They would, you know.
Well, that's an interesting conversation topic, isn't it? What are your top 10, not favourite?
Should we start the podcast?
But okay, we'll go alternate.
The Sir Brady Podcast, where two blokes talk movies, TV shows, superheroes, sci-fi, and pop culture in an hour of absolutely stomach-clenching nonsense. Stay tuned for reviews, stories from the comments, and fans, and giveaways. I'm your host, Paris Renalson,
And I'm Cahan Martin.
and this is the Sir Brady Podcast. Woo! Is that enough?
Maybe the woo's a bit much.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sir Brady Podcast, the only.
You're not letting me do the intro.
What do you want to do the intro?
Yes, I want to do.
All right, I'm not going to stop it. We're going to just fresh slate.
I've got to
Fresh
encapsulate
slate.
the
Ready?
energy that Sir Brady possesses.
All right, hold on. Let's get comfortable. And ready and.
Wait, could you do your intro again? I can't quite remember it.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sir Brady Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sir Brady. Welcome back.
Do you want to ready for me to do it again? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sir Brady Podcast, the only podcast on the internet. I'm your host, Paris Renalson, also known as Sir Brady, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Cahan Martin.
Can you write that out for me?
Just go with the flow. Go
Okay,
with how you feel.
Do that first line again. I just want to capture the
Hello,
tone.
everybody.
Okay, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sir Brady Podcast. I, as always, am Cahan Martin, and yeah, let's do this. That's all I had the energy for.
Forget about me.
That's
as we
Paris.
said, this is the Sir Brady Podcast, the only podcast on the internet that talks all sorts of stuff. I was going to say movies, comics, superheroes.
It's not just that today.
But not today. We're
No.
gonna do something a little different, depending on how much of the intro you got. Yeah.
Fine. Welcome to the Sir Brady Podcast. I am Cahan Martin, and with me, as always, is Paris.
Yay!
High five.
We will go into we've got an idea for a bit of a topic in a minute, but I think straight away we should just quickly get into the Super Bowl trailers.
We've
just been looking at we just had a look at Maroon 5's halftime show with Travis Scott and Big Boy, which was
Hey. You're forgetting the most important Super Bowl as well. We also watched Coldplay Super Bowl.
we didn't watch all of it. We watched like the second half
Enough.
the
But anyways.
of Coldplay, Beyonce, Maroon 5.
But back
Jesus,
to Maroon
really
5. Thoughts?
It was on a flat. Like I honestly, it was something. It was. I haven't seen a live recording or really any live Maroon 5.
Yeah.
So I don't know how
if that was like good or
if
bad
Adam
for
Levine
them or something like
just
that.
varies.
Yeah.
I've seen him probably on like I don't know, like an episode of The Voice maybe once.
Yeah.
He was doing a song, but I haven't really seen him live. There was some songs. One of the songs he really was like he really
Yeah,
missed
he
the
was
note,
important.
and we both were like, yeah. Some of them were good. I think he was tired. He
Yeah.
sounded really tired, but it was an okay.
I give him kudos.
It was an okay.
I think I said that I said to you, but like
Yeah.
that is ballsy to kind of go into their Super Bowl halftime show with millions of people live, thousands of people live, sorry, and millions upon millions of people watching.
Yeah.
And just kind of be like, I'll do 15 minutes with very little backup vocals and no backtrack whatsoever.
Yeah, that was the thing you pointed out straight away. There was no backing track or backing vocals, which I don't know how common that is, because I feel like you've at least usually your band members are doing some sort of backing vocals, and I think one of them was, but it wasn't very loud.
Maybe it's not uncommon for them to do that, but I think maybe because Maroon 5's music is the type that the music accentuates the vocals.
Yeah.
So when there's a lack of backup vocals, it's kind of known. I don't know where I'm going with this. Like it made sense in my head, but the moment I said it out loud,
He also wasn't very loud. I think that the music to vocals
Yeah.
was a bit off, but it was okay.
What are we acting like we know music?
Well,
you know music.
I know a little bit.
I don't know music.
Well, I've rewatched Black Eyed Peas and Michael Jackson, and I've seen Stevie Wonder do one, and I've seen the Bruce Springsteen. I've seen the occasional. I've rewatched old Super Bowl performances, and like I think Whitney Houston's is one that's considered like the best of like one of the
I don't know.
one of the best of all time. So it's like when you're put up against legends like Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
there's always this threshold.
Ed Sheeran has to do one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a stage set for like the biggest stars,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, to be fair,
Doing some
he
average sport
undoubtedly
thing.
was offered, like in that whole controversy thing. But he probably like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that was the other thing about this year was the controversy with the racism and the kneeling and because Cardi B turned it down, who's arguably like the biggest artist out of last year, I think.
Yeah.
You know, she
Yeah,
was definitely
yeah.
the breakout artist. I
Yeah, she
feel.
was breakout artist
Even though
last
she's
year.
had a few things before, she was definitely she talked the most.
Yeah. But
She talked the most. Put it that way. But yeah, no, there was the kneeling in there. I don't know. I won't go into details because I don't know enough.
and we're not a political
Yeah,
podcast.
I don't like politics in my podcasts.
But
Trailers?
yeah,
Yeah, trailers. So there was a few trailers. I didn't watch.
let's go
A couple of
from least exciting to most exciting.
Ooh, I have to grab my list. There's only 4 of them. I don't even think all of the
We're
trailers.
not doing all of them because
I
Paris
don't wanna
decided not
watch
to watch
the Us one.
The Us, because he wants to go into that movie.
Yeah. I saw the
As-
first trailer and I'm already terrified. So I just want to go and I don't even think. Yeah, one of them's not even a trailer. I wrote down. Oh, I didn't write Miss Marvel. I didn't write it down.
Oh, okay,
That
but
shows
we'll
you
start
how
with that.
unenthused. So last podcast,
I went on a bit of a rant.
you did go on a bit
Kind
of
of
a rant.
cementing the eyes of my viewers that I'm a sexist, racist douchebag. But I'm not, I swear.
For me though, the thing about Miss Marvel is you've really made me notice how unenthusiastic it feels at times. These trailers.
Yeah.
This trailer the most. There was a They were repeating 3 words. It was like harder, better, faster, make us. No, not the Daft Punk. It was like
I was about to say that's just a plug for the Daft Punk.
yeah. But no, do you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
doing like it was like
Yeah.
stronger, tougher, woman.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Woman.
But yeah, there was nothing else in that trailer that a couple of those clips were seen before. There was a few new ones of Sam Jackson. Still, every time I see that de-aging effect,
Yeah.
I completely forget that he's 70.
Jesus Christ.
Sam Jackson is 70 this year, and
Dude, what is he eating? I want that. I
John
want
Travolta. I haven't seen him in a while. I was probably nibbling on that man. No. A gold grease. Yeah, no, that de-aging effect. And there was a quick clip as well released during the week of it's like 20 seconds
Yeah,
of
I
the
didn't
train
watch that,
of the
yeah.
train fight. I literally skipped to see because I wanted to hear Clark Gregg's I wanted to hear Coulson. So I skipped to Coulson and he has like one line.
Yeah.
And his de-aging effect looks good as
I
well.
know. I think
Yeah.
in a weird sort of way, to put you off a little bit, out of all the trailers, I'm not saying I'm excited for this movie, but this was the most palatable trailer for me.
Really?
Like I could be like, okay, because it's a Super Bowl trailer.
Yeah.
I went high with that one. Super Bowl trailer, so like it shows like action highlights.
Yeah, it does.
You know, it emphasizes visuals and stuff like that over kind of plot. And so I was alright with it, and I was like, after this, I'll go watch it because it's gonna look cool.
Exactly.
I'm not
yeah.
sure if I'm gonna like the character though.
I'm a little more concerned about pace of the film actually. I think I realized how many people are in it. There was a new poster released, and it's just a generic Miss Marvel at the front,
Oh, yeah.
Sam Jackson on the side, Jude Law on the other side,
Yeah.
and the names. At
I
the
call
top,
those Winter Soldier posters
the Winter Soldier posters.
because it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the one that like when you say like a formatted poster like that, that's
the
the one
one
that comes to mind.
It's very much the Marvel poster.
Yeah.
I feel with the super.
Speaking of that poster, by the way,
Did you see it?
Scarlett Johansson,
Oh, the Winter Soldier. one.
like she had to hold her head on such a certain angle so the hair would fall down. Like, wow.
yeah.
Just.
I give that she's a brilliant actress. That Scarlett Johansson.
There's no point to that segue. I'm sorry.
No,
viewers.
I love it. But no, the names at the top of the Miss Marvel poster seem to be getting. There seems to be more names,
really.
and I don't know who some of them are.
Okay.
It's her team of
Oh yeah.
other Miss Marvels. I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah.
So it's her team of now
Guardians
on
of
the
the
top.
Galaxy.
Yeah, her Guardians of the Galaxy are now at the top. So there's heaps of names.
Oh yeah.
So there's like Lee Pace, Digimon Hewson, who's the guy from the two guys from Guardians,
Yeah.
actually from Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy, Annette Bening,
My boy, I love him in Gladiator.
Ben Mendelsohn.
I just had to say that so the viewers actually know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Or know that I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Ben Mendelsohn, Ben Mendo, and Jude Law, and so there's a lot of names in it, Clark Gregg and that. So I don't know. I'm interested to see. This movie is definitely another. When Doctor Strange came out, when Ant-Man came out, whenever these new characters, Black Panther, when they get their solo films, it's a step away from the Avengers stuff. So it's
I mean,
we'll see.
interesting, I suppose, is the word that I can use to describe it.
Yeah.
I think interesting because it's like an Earth space movie.
Yeah.
And that'll be fun. Let's move on to the next one.
What's another one that we had? Do we want to talk about Ted Bundy or Hobbs and Shaw?
Let's go Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. So I did not see Fast and Furious. Fast 8. The Fast Family 8.
No? 8.
8. Yeah.
Yes.
The last one I saw was Paul Walker's
Oh, yeah.
finished one.
7.
Which I thought was a great send-off to everybody.
Yeah.
And
you said coming out of the movie, I remember, you're like, they should end it here.
Yeah. I 100% was like, they should end it here.
Which is really weird because I've never known you to like stand hold to a point of view so strongly before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that like you're a weak character or anything like that, but
Yeah.
you're like really open to change and really accepting of that in terms of movies.
Yeah.
You've never stayed away from that. You've
Yeah.
never swayed from it. You've been
Yeah.
like, should have ended with 7.
Yeah.
7. 7.
Yes,
It should have
yeah.
ended with 7.
And I own all of the 7. And only yesterday did I
Apart from
realize
8.
Yeah, I own the 7.
Yeah.
I own the 7 Fast and Furious movies.
There's only 7.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't recall even watching the trailer for 8. I think I saw it I was forced to watch it in theaters when I was watching something else.
Forced to watch it.
Pretty much. So I didn't. It was weird.
They
It was
tricked me.
What year was it? 2017.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
It wasn't last year.
No, it wasn't last year. And I wasn't trying to avoid it, but I think I was a little bit burnt out.
Oh, yeah.
Get it? Car pun, burnt out. I was a little burnt out of Fast and Furious, and I was a Fast and Furious fan from my first one I saw was Tokyo Drift. I saw it on TV in 2007 or something.
Yeah.
And
I remember
then-
Fast 2. Fast 2 was my first one.
Yeah, so I'm like early. I
fast.
I do hate it when people are like, I was a fan from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I was a fan of the street racing element.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And 5 was.
I just like the colourful cars.
Yeah, 5 was the last one to me that had a good street racing element. That was really weird. 5 was the one where they really.
3 was the last one with colourful cars.
Yeah, 3 was the last one. The neon.
Yeah, the
and
neon.
and
I loved that.
Yeah.
I busted
Although
out,
they
yeah.
brought it back at the end of 6 to show you Hans.
they did,
and in 7 you see a little bit of the Tokyo Drift in that.
Yeah.
Also 5 is the best to me still. Fast 5 is still the best.
You really like 5, yeah.
It's just there are so many elements. I remember the hand grab thing, where they had to get the handprint for Herman Reyes.
No, I was thinking of a completely different scene.
But they had to get it and puts on the ass, and then she brings her bikini in, and then I think it was Tej or Roman's like, did he smack that ass or did he grab and hold on to it? And I was in the theater like, yeah. Oh, by the way, what is that? 2012, 2011. I'm like 11, 12 years old. I'm like, yeah. This is peak puberty, Paris. He's like, oh yeah, smack that. I'm like peak puberty. This is peak, like really, yeah. And the music, I loved the you'll still love the Spanish. The that was like peak.
The soundtrack.
Yeah, like the soundtrack was also like Spanish. Like what's that song called? Like at the very end.
Yeah.
And they brought I don't know. I like 5.
It's funny, every once in a while you get in the Fast franchise, you get a movie that can double as the end of the franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 4 can double as the end, like an optimistic ending when they break him out of prison.
And he's driving, at the very end. Yeah.
5 could be an ending for it. 7, in your mind, is the ending for it.
Yeah.
You know, 6 could have been the ending for it.
It could have as well because
It's like-
it ties into Tokyo.
Yeah, it's like the film directors were like every single time they were like, this may be the last one.
Do you know what it
so we're
was
gonna put in
though?
a pseudo ending.
Do you know what it was? It was always the end credit scenes. And 5, it was bloody what's her name? Eva Mendes came in for 5 seconds, and I would have loved for her to come back properly.
Yeah.
she never did. But Eva Mendes goes into Rock's office. He's like, "Do you believe in ghosts?"
Do you believe in ghosts?
Which, oh my god, I'm still so mad they didn't bring Eva Mendes back properly. What was the last thing she was in?
I don't know.
Exactly, Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
No, she was in that. She was in that film with Bradley Cooper and Ryan Gosling.
All right.
Place Beyond the Pines.
No, right, okay.
It's like a drama. But
Yeah,
like,
I know what
apparently
you're
it's
talking
great. Anyways, what was I talking about? Fast Day. I haven't seen it. I didn't. I think initially I wasn't like, I'm not gonna see Fast and Furious 8.
You probably have that, like, if I get round to it mentality.
Yeah. It was that thing of like, because this past year, for those of you who don't know, I saw 45 2018 release films.
Oh,
45.
I saw 5.
Yeah. The last time we talked about this, for 2017, I saw 19.
Yeah.
And you saw like 5.
saw 5.
And I thought 19 was good.
Yeah.
I saw 45.
Yeah. I legit probably 14. I'd say you're 14 in 2017 is what I've watched in the past two years and counting.
Yeah.
What of this year? No, that's not including repeat performances in movies.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
weird. I go to movies, I watch a movie, and then
Yeah, you watch.
I go with someone else, and I go with someone else.
Yeah.
Usually,
You do
like I've seen Aquaman 3 times already.
Yeah. You do triple. Or with things like Greatest Showman.
Oh yeah.
You
I
saw
would-
that 45 times.
Exactly.
But yeah, so Fast and Furious 8. Oh, we haven't even got to Hobbs and Shaw yet. Fast and Furious 8, I didn't see. And then home media, we've lost all of the rental stores.
Yes.
The DVD, which they used to be a thing in my family, was to go to the so I probably would have seen it that way.
Yeah.
But since that never happened, it's just come out on Netflix, so it will
You kind
be
of have to buy stuff or watch it on Netflix,
Yeah,
or,
so
or pirate it online.
exactly. Which
we
I'm not.
don't do,
I've never
but we
been
do
for. I've never been for pirating online, although occasionally,
If it's useful.
if it's useful, yeah. And I definitely won't see it. There's a film, which I've got on my computer that's like an indie film that was not released here at all.
Oh,
And
okay.
I really wanted to watch it, and I was like, God damn it! And it sucked. It's an indie film, and they need money.
Human Centipede 2.
That's banned in this country.
Yeah, that's exactly why I said that.
Oh man, just do open up. You're watching Human Centipede.
Oh, no.
2. Take me. It's horrible.
Thing is, I just had a mental image. FBI in America. I just had that hella sausage dude in my mind for the Kiwi one with the flip flops and the cap.
Alice.
Yeah, funny that.
Yeah. But no, so it's on Netflix now. I may watch it. But Hobbs and Shaw, I know enough about the brief fight they had in 7. Hobbs and Shaw, they had that fight and he broke Rock's arm or whatever.
Yeah.
So I know that they've got a chemistry. They have like, this guy's an asshole, which is what
Yeah.
they say in the trailer. So I could go into Hobbs and Shaw without seeing 8. I think.
Yeah. I mean, you saw the trailer though, eh?
But
Hobbs and Shaw.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm like, I'll go watch it, and
I
that's
like
simply
Idris Elba.
because,
I like Idris Elba.
and that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because of the main 3 actors.
Right.
You know,
The Rock,
like
Jason Statham.
and Idris Elba. They're all actors that I like, and I think it's one of those movies that the actors and the directors and everyone involved know that it's going to be the actors that are putting the movie on their shoulders and going to carry it to whatever
Yeah.
success and the chemistry that they have.
Yeah.
And so I think the actors will have fun with it. The directors will let the characters shine, or just let the actors do what they want, kind
Who
of
is
thing.
I think the director is the guy who did the first John Wick
Oh, really?
and the second Deadpool.
Oh, okay. That's
think-
not a bad resume.
I think David Leitch.
David Leitch.
Is that? Am I right with that?
Oh, he's pretty young looking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uncredited director for the first John Wick. He produced the second John Wick. He did Atomic Blonde.
Oh, okay.
And he
Yeah.
did Deadpool 2.
Well,
yeah.
I think that's a pretty good resume.
I like the fights in Atomic Blonde.
I like Atomic Blonde.
I think I do like. I like James McAvoy in that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Deadpool 2 is really solid as well. Yeah. No. He's definitely got the.
Yeah, it's just definitely. We say definitely a lot.
Definitely.
It's Hobbs and Shaw is definitely gonna be something I'm gonna go watch simply because of the actors.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I know that they'll pull out at least good performances.
Yeah. And Vanessa Kirby is in it, who was in Mission Impossible Fallout. I know I recognize
Oh
her.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought I recognized her.
I always confuse her with the girl that's on Walking Dead. Maggie on Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
They just look similar to me for some reason. anyways, what trailer are we going to talk about next?
Helen Mirren's going to be in it. Why is Helen?
It's-
Oh, Helen Mirren popped up in the 8th.
Yeah, because
Fast and
she's
Furious.
the
mum.
The mum.
Right. Okay. I didn't see it. I don't know.
Actually, the 8th one ain't too bad. You should watch it.
Oh yeah, Roman Reigns. That was the other thing.
Oh yeah,
He's
He's got cancer.
Zero.
Skin cancer.
Oh wow. Yeah. Who's this?
Fact of the day. I
Oh, the
suppose.
girl from Baby Driver's going to be in it as well.
Oh, okay.
Not the lead girl, but the one. Spoiler alert. Okay, have you gone? The one that gets shot.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch Baby Driver?
No, thanks for the spoiler.
Borrow it. It's over there somewhere. Go borrow it. And she's going to be in the lead of Battle Angel. Was there a trailer for that? I didn't watch it.
Alita Battle. There was a trailer for that, but I've seen enough of that to know that I'm just gonna go watch it anyways.
Yeah, I
so.
feel like I'm going to go watch it. Chris Stuckman gave it a good review.
Hmm.
I think he gave it like a B+. All right, what's next? Ted Bundy?
Okay, this wasn't a Super Bowl trailer,
No, but it came out
still, it's worth talking about.
3 days before.
For you guys who don't know Ted Bundy, do some research.
Yeah, he's a murderer.
Yeah, murderer.
A charming murderer.
A charming murderer. Yes.
He murdered. I don't know any specifics of
Well,
this.
he's a rapist murderer.
He is a rapist murderer, but this happened in he was
70s or 80s.
late 60s, early
really?
70s, because he was executed in the 80s. I'm going to quickly.
Well, you're actually like a Ted Bundy.
No, I
knowledge.
read it. I swear to God, I read it the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ted Bundy. Yeah, he was executed in numerous young women and girls during the 1970s. Yeah,
Okay,
possibly
70s.
earlier. So yeah, he assaulted, rapist. He's a burglar, serial killer.
Just not a nice guy.
Not a nice person. Thing about Ted Bundy, that's is sort of like the thing that's lasted the lifetime with him is that during the whole process, the arrest
the
and
court
all that stuff,
trial.
he was
Charismatic.
somebody you wouldn't expect.
Yes.
And he was quite charming at times, and he was just sort of he's rather attractive for
Yeah.
people in that era.
From the way, I mean, obviously that's 30 decades. It's 30 decades ago.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
So I haven't got first-hand
30
experience. I
decades.
know. 300 years ago, Ted Bundy. No. So 30 years ago, so I haven't got first-hand experience on that much. It was so long ago that my mum doesn't even correctly remember it.
Yeah, she would have been a kid. My dad
but-
was a kid as well.
From what I understand, and as you said, it was very much one of those things where, because the way he was not portrayed, but the way he came across, a charming, attractive for the time guy, he couldn't do it, you know,
Yeah, a
and
lot of people
he kind of played on the
that.
public's perception
Yeah.
of him to kind of propel his defense case, because he
Yeah.
defended himself, didn't he?
Exactly.
He,
Yeah.
so
that's right.
if that's the way it was back then, and of course that's not first-hand information, then I don't have a problem with the trailer that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, the problem that a lot of people have with the trailer is that
They're
people,
glamorizing.
they're glamorizing and sexualizing Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
He emphasized,
First of all, the film starring Zac Efron.
yeah, who
And-
is well considered one of the sexiest men in Hollywood.
He is my sexy. No, everyone knows Zac Efron. He's, more recently he's done things like Baywatch and Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
Bad Grandpa?
Bad Grandpa,
One of those
Dirty
two.
Grandpa,
with
one of those
Robert
two.
De Niro.
Yeah.
And he's been in like those sort of like rom-coms. He was in
Risky rom-coms,
Neighbours,
really. Yeah.
Bad Neighbours, whatever it's called.
Ted and Fred need wedding dresses.
Mike and
Mike
Dave.
Mike and Dave. There you go.
Is it Mike and
It
Dave?
is Mike and Dave. Ted and Fred.
Yeah, Mike and Dave need wedding dates. Yeah,
Ted and Fred need wedding dresses.
but yeah, yeah. So Zac Efron's been in the past few years been in those sort of
Slightly
Dirty
kind of,
Grandpa, Neighbours,
yeah.
Neighbours, The Greatest Showman. So he's
Yeah.
very much back in the day, High School Musical, 17
Yeah.
again.
So it's like he's in
Hairspray.
phase 3 of acting transition from Hollywood, from boy child,
Yeah,
teen
like teen
heartthrob
star,
to
yeah.
serious actor.
To serious, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
And so anyway, back to the trailer. They're like, a lot of people are like, and I think some of them are people that just like to say stuff and kind of put stuff out there that isn't necessarily true. They just like to cause a ruckus.
Yeah,
And some people are genuinely concerned about it, which is fine. You can be.
yeah, exactly.
But I have no problem with the trailer being the way it is if that's how Ted Bundy was viewed back then.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know?
It's interesting because there's at the moment I saw a video. Philip DeFranco put out a video, and he said that the current initial reviews, because it was at a few festivals,
Yeah.
the initial reviews are very split. Some of them are like,
It's really great.
yeah, like it's really great. The trailer has misinformed.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a good, like, yeah, fuck that guy sort of thing. And others have been like, oh, they've glamorized, like that sort of thing. So it's up to interpretation, I guess. But
The one thing I've heard across the board, though, good old for Zachy Zack, is that it's a good performance for him.
yeah, absolutely.
And that it can be one of those weird, like, Sundance festivals that kind of change the perception of an actor's career.
Yeah, and
Like,
I hope
he
that
can
because
start becoming a
I
serious
think
actor.
Zac Efron is one of those actors that I would love to
Did you
see.
see Paperboy?
No, I didn't.
I didn't. It looks boring as hell, but I heard he's good in it.
Yeah, I've heard he's because the other film he's in this year is the Beach Bum one with Matthew McConaughey and Snoop Dogg and Martin Lawrence and I think Jonah Hill's in that as well.
It looks. I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah.
It looks crack
It
up.
looks funny. It looks like a great little thing. The other thing about this that's interesting is the director of this has just directed and released the
Netflix thing on Ted Bundy.
show on Ted Bundy as well, which is a very
Ted Bundy tapes or something like that?
Yeah, and so that's an actual documentary.
Yeah.
And it's very odd for me, in my mind, to hear a director who's done a real documentary and then gone and done a fictitious, based on true story.
Yeah, but the thing is, he released the trailer the same day it came out on Netflix.
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's a little bit like, it's he sounds like he's a bit obsessed in a weird...
Just a bit.
Yeah.
He's going to start pointing out like a Ted Bundy clothing brand soon.
Yeah,
dressed like Ted.
It's a little bit of an... Because I don't think he's done much else, to my knowledge. I don't recall him doing... What has he done? He's done a bunch of documentaries.
Yeah.
And... Yeah, there's nothing that I'm looking at it, and there's not really... Oh my god. He did the second Blair Witch film.
Oh, I like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I was not happy with it. I'm not
I think I
happy.
said on the podcast that I don't like it, but I watched it again, not the other day, but a couple of months ago.
The second one.
The second one,
As in the book of... Not first one, second one, third one.
there's only two.
There's three of them. The one that came out in 2017.
Oh, is that the third one?
That's the third one.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the second one.
The second one is it's not found footage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's no good.
Never mind.
That one's okay.
I like Blair Witch 3.
I have fun with Blair Witch 3, which is just called Blair Witch. Yeah, no, it's for director. From my perspective, as somebody who's currently studying film and directing and that, it's we've had to look into thousands of directors and that. It's not something I've heard of. I'm sure there's an example. I don't know. Someone's gonna tell me one day, like Christopher Nolan or like Tarantino did it or something, or like Martin Scorsese did it once.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's happened, but it's a very interesting step.
James Cameron probably did one for the Titanic.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Made a doco
Or
and
the
put
Terminator.
the movie out. Yeah.
The real Terminator.
The real
yeah.
Terminator.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it's coming out in fall in the States, which I don't know
That's,
when fall is here.
I don't know. Fall for us is April. Our fall is April.
So I
So
guess
it'll be August, September.
September. Also, Lily Collins in it, John Malkovich, and Jim Parsons, which
Great cast.
Yeah. When I saw them in the trailer, I was like,
Mm.
oh.
I think I just hope it works out for Zac Efron.
Yes, I hope
Because,
this
like-
doesn't do anything to him. Yeah.
Because it's weird. He's been one of those people that have been accidentally typecast.
A little bit, yeah.
You know? Like, and not typecast in a traditional way. You'd think Zac Efron being Zac Efron, he'd be like Robin typecast. You know, like just superhero,
Right.
one-dimensional superhero, and nothing away from that. But
Do you mean Chris O'Donnell? Or Robin?
as in Robin,
Right.
like the Batman
Yeah.
and Robin, yeah.
The actor is Chris O'Donnell.
No, as in the character.
Right, okay.
Because I think he kind of typecast himself or put him in the ability to be typecast when he wanted to be not High School Musical Troy Bolton that he went to risque comedies and he got stuck there.
Yeah,
And
well, he
then-
had a gap. That was the thing. He did the Lucky One,
He's
Paperboy,
tried-
New Year's Eve.
Have you seen Parklands?
Yeah.
That's the one with the JFK assassination.
That was somebody put that on.
It's 2014.
No, but I know. Is he
Yeah,
in
well,
that?
he's in it, and he plays a doctor that's trying to save JFK's life, even though it's almost impossible.
Is that any good?
I haven't seen it. I've seen his part in it, and
Oh Jesus.
like, and over his career, he's tried attempts at like being serious and trying like a serious role and things, but I think it's never quite garnered the spotlight to do a career shift change.
Yeah, you're right, because it is that thing. There's that thing after. So he did 17 again, High School Musical 3, Hairspray.
Yeah.
And then he did New Year's Eve, which is kind of dramatic.
Dramatic
The Lucky One.
Yep.
Parkland. And then straight after that, he did That Awkward Moment, which was
Yeah.
with Michael B. Jordan,
Michael B.
and
Jordan.
Miles Teller. Neighbours, We Are Your Friends, Dirty Grandpa, Neighbours 2, Mike and Dave. The Disaster Artist he was in. Baywatch. Greatest Showman is that first step
Yeah.
back into...
But more
It
of a
was back.
serious-
It was back into musical,
Yeah.
but slightly serious musical.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't like a comedy.
Yeah, and now you've got Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, the Ted Bundy, and then you've got Beach Bum.
Yeah.
Which is again another like weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
step
It's
into
more
it.
of a mature movie.
It was the indie. We Are Your Friends is an indie sort of film.
It
That
is,
was the one directed by the guy who did the Catfish show.
Ah.
It's got Emilia Ratajkowski
Yeah.
in
It's
it.
about like DJing and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, interesting looking trailer. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe the most out of the never mind. Second most out of the trailers on this list.
Let's move on to Toy Story.
Second most.
Second most.
Second
Toy
most.
Story 4, we all thought Toy Story 3 was good enough when they all burned in that fire. No, I forgot how it ended. They didn't burn. They were given to another girl.
The squirrels are looking at you like, why'd you say that?
Toy Story 4, we don't know a lot. We know Little
How
Boy...
did they get to the fair? Did she just dump them at the fair?
Maybe, I don't know. Did you ever take your toys anywhere?
No. Because, sad story alert,
You
the
didn't-
ones,
did you
the
not
ones
ever
that
do-
I had, like, were so precious to me
Right.
that, like, my mum knew they were precious to me.
Right.
So she's like, you're not going to take that out because you're probably going to lose it.
Oh, right.
You know?
Oh, what a good mum.
Yeah, good mum.
You had a
Sad
awesome,
story over.
You had an awesome Millennium Falcon.
I did. And I promptly
Transformer.
broke it.
Yeah. Are there bits of it? You still have bits of it.
I have Chewbacca's head round somewhere.
It was the Transformer Star Wars line. I
Yeah,
had
it was like two Transformers Star Wars. It was like my 10th birthday from my dad's sister, so my auntie.
Yeah.
And she got me that. It was
It
like
the Millennium Falcon.
it was like half and half Millennium Falcon that kind of connected together. One half was Chewbacca,
Yeah,
and the other half was Han Solo. I was like, greatest thing ever.
Yeah. I had a Luke Skywalker.
I also had a talking Yoda.
That's right, you
Remember?
did.
I promptly destroyed him too.
Wow. Do you hate Star Wars?
My talking Yoda's still around there somewhere.
Is it really?
Yeah, he's a bit worse for wear, but chuck a couple of double A's in him, he'll be alright.
Destroyed me, have you? What else? Yeah, Toy Story 4. We've had 3 odd trailers.
We
for Toy
have.
Story overall. We've got the original one where they're doing Ring Around a Rosie, and then it sounds like
Yeah.
Woody's gonna kidnap a spoon because it's like the spoon. He's like, "Get him back here!" And I'm like, "What the?" Like it was very like aggressive from Woody.
Yeah, Woody's always been a bit aggressive though, eh?
Have you seen the original voiceover rounds with Tom Hanks?
No.
Woody's a dick.
He is a bit of a dick.
Yeah,
It even made it into the final cut.
Yeah, well, some of it did. Well, originally, he was way more like rude. He was like, "Slinky, get," it wasn't like swearing, but he may as well have been like, "Slinky, get the fuck off my bed."
Yeah.
Like, come here, bring up Buzz so he can be executed. Like, he's very like angry.
Woody is Soviet spy.
But this so we've had that. We had a second trailer which was Key and Peele as these two things,
Fluffy.
and they were like to infinity and my ass or
Yeah.
whatever, and then Woody and Buzz walk on screen. And this one, similar location with the Key and Peele characters. Buzz, our first look at our second look. They released the poster. Our first look at Bo Peep with
Bo
the
Peep.
new do up.
Yeah.
And Woody, and they were looking for Buzz, and Buzz is tied up at a carnival. And then I think this is the first time where they meet the characters properly.
Yeah.
And Keegan-Michael Key's character is just like teasing him, and he gets his foot stuck in Buzz's
Helmet.
which is great. I said this to you while we watched it. The Incredibles had this on me, and Toy Story would definitely have this on me. Their voices of my childhood.
Yeah.
Like Craig T. Nelson and Holly Hunt and Sam Jackson from Incredibles. And you got Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, and that from Toy Story. I hear that, and like a little part of my childhood's like,
Do you know what voice is for me?
what?
Kronk from the Emperor's New
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Groove. Like
yeah.
the whole Emperor's New Groove. Like my
Oh,
sisters were
that's
playing
so
it the other day.
Were they? Oh,
And I was busy. I had a busy day.
And you're like, nope.
I screwed everything. I sat down and watched it.
Oh, such a good one. That's
good
a
one.
great one. I love that whole. The show was good as well. I really enjoyed watching the show. Yeah. But yeah, so Toy Story, I'll see it.
Yeah.
It's Toy Story. Like,
Yeah.
that's a childhood thing.
Mm.
That's Pixar. That's Pixar's, like, golden child. That was their first.
I suppose so. Yes.
I think
yeah.
Toy Story was Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
That was their first, like.
Kind of dash of great movies.
That was their first, I think, full length 3D.
Oh really?
Yeah, I
thought they had a few before that.
No, I think Toy Story is their first.
Oh okay.
I'm gonna check that just so I'm right.
Just so that you're right.
Yeah. But yeah.
But I'm excited for it because it, to a lesser degree, it is my childhood too than you.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks fun.
It does look fun. What's next? Hold on, I'm looking for Pixar films. Avengers is the next trailer. It's the last trailer we have.
Of course.
Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc. Finding Nemo, Incredibles, Cars.
I think Monsters Inc.'s the best one out of all those.
Monsters Inc.'s really good.
It's a great movie.
Oh, Coco. Have you seen Coco?
I have not.
You should watch Coco. Coco's
watch
really
Coco.
good as well. Toy Story 4 Onward.
Onward. Is that an actual movie or is that? What is a film? Anyways, Avengers.
Chris Pratt, Tom Holland. Julie Louis-Dreyfus, Octavia Spencer.
Oh.
New Pixar film sounds great.
Avengers 4.
I
How
never
did you
thought I
feel
would
about the
say that.
trailer?
I never thought I would say Avengers 4
Really?
when I was like first watching the first one.
Really?
I thought we'd get 3 Avengers films.
Oh, that would be a trilogy, yeah.
Yeah. Avengers 4 Endgame.
Yeah.
Avengers, I still wish they called it Avenge Us. Anyways, there was a trailer. It was real quick. I like the pace of the trailer. Okay,
I can't agree with you. I have to. You can't
Really?
make a pun out of a movie title. Avenge Us is a pun.
Yeah.
You can't make a movie title a pun, dude.
Why not?
That just destroyed my back.
If you can make a bad movie,
Yeah, well then
you can make a pun.
Anyways, how did you feel about the trailer?
I liked it. I liked the I don't know. There's that funny moment where Steve Rogers is doing this thing like he's got. His
I
tongue
thought
in
he was
his-
about to kill someone.
Like, bro, he looks pissed.
He looks super
That
pissed.
one moment, I want to give Chris Evans an Oscar. I don't know why. Chris Evans is the nicest man I think in
I
Hollywood.
think it's probably in the movie. It's gonna be a scene, and you know how it's in the Winter Soldier, and they've got that peer support group. I think it's gonna be one of those, and it's probably this just dude bitching about like all the things that he's lost.
Yeah.
And Captain America's like, and it's like a 2-part thing. Like he's like, I failed you, and like he's like, bitch, I lost stuff too.
Yeah.
I lost a lot more than you did, kind of thing. And then he's just pissed at himself and
Yeah.
at the world.
Yeah.
And then he promptly beats the man to shreds.
No, actually, real talk about that scene. That's a cool homage, I think, to Winter Soldier. I'm assuming it's whether it's the same group that Sam Wilson was a
Yeah.
part of, or whether or not it's just Steve doing something, or I don't know if he's leading the group or if he's just attending it.
Yeah.
But that's a cool little nod to how Sam and Steve sort of first met. Well, they did the running laps thing.
Yeah.
But actually, in the beginning of the trailer, it's really quick. That trailer's short, but they're able to fit.
It's only like 15 seconds.
The Marvel Studios logo has got like half a second for all the guys the leads that have died.
That died.
So Nick Fury, Spider-Man, Wasp, Winter Soldier, Black
Black
Panther, all of Scarlet Witch, Vision, Falcon. So all of the ones, the Guardians, all those who died have got a quick little do. And then we get to see pretty much little bits of everybody again. There's a little bit of Cap, a little bit of Tony.
There's a little bit of Tony Nebula, but the rest is
Pretty much,
based
it's
on Earth.
pretty much Earth stuff. And I think this is early Earth stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said with the last trailer, this is all like half-hour mode. Like it's got to be like they're crying for a bit, then Scott Lang shows
I
up.
don't think that Marvel would release more than the early patch because they know there's someone out there that will piece it all together.
Yeah.
So they'll go like-
and somebody said when Infinity War, somebody had a theory, and we talked about this. Somebody had a theory online, and the Russos or Feige or somebody was like,
They're right.
Somebody's on. They never told us who.
Yeah.
They were like, but somebody's got it.
Somebody's got it.
And yes,
Of course, you wouldn't find it because there's millions upon millions
there were so
of
many.
them. But
Yeah.
Somebody's got it.
but yeah, I
Imagine
like.
being the dude coming out of Endgame and be like, "Shit, it was me. I called."
Yeah. Imagine that. Or would they be like, huh? Oh, I got it. Go.
But for me, the trailer's almost bordering on pointless.
Absolutely.
You know?
Of course it is.
No, but like
for me it is, but I love it anyway.
I love it anyways.
yeah.
But like, I'm not saying I deserve to see anything new in the trailer, but I was like, I'm just more depressed.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's just hopeless.
Yeah, it is.
Like, that's it. I mean, we did get a good shot of Thor on what is presumably the planet that Thanos is in.
Yeah, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Look, that's somebody in the theater. I swear to God, the second time I watched Infinity War, at the very end where Thanos is sitting there with his glove and he comes out of that thing. Somebody in my row was like, "Is that New Zealand?"
Is that New Zealand?
I was like, "What? Why would he go to New Zealand?" Like, it was just because it kind of, I guess, looks like, but Netherlands and like
Looks
Iceland,
exactly the same.
like Netherlands, Iceland, anywhere with like green, looks like that.
Looks like that.
Really in the end.
But I forgot what I was going to say.
Thor, you're talking about Thor.
Yeah, and so I do I like that shot. I mean, I like all of it. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm just sad watching that.
Yeah. It was cool. It was cool to see glimpses. I'm so happy Hawkeye's back. I think what they did, the bits they had with him in Civil War.
I did like the shot of Captain and Shield back.
Yeah, that's cool. And they had a cool
Anyways,
walking
continue.
shot. Rocket is obviously, there's a scene briefly. I don't know where they're going, but there's the group of them walking. And
It's walking to dinner, man.
Yeah, walking to dinner. Yeah. Which is cool. It's really. I'm excited. I'm excited because the first time we've had sort of two massive films back to back.
Yes.
Like with the Avengers, we've had to wait for the next big one, and we were kind of like,
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Yeah, actually, no, you're right. Harry Potter was the last time, I think.
Deathly Hallows 1 and 2.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I think this is.
That was massive.
That was massive.
Well, if you actually think about it, I've gone back and kind of looked at because it's interesting because book releases, movie releases at the same time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
For the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, I remember. Shout out to my old friend, who's an old friend I haven't seen in years. Sad.
Oh.
But we saw
Rest in peace.
Deathly Hallows.
He's not dead.
Deathly Hallows 1 together.
Yeah.
And I put myself back in my younger shoes. I'm like, I totally remember like the hype that was around it. Like, it was crazy hype.
Yeah.
Kind of like the pre-Avengers Avengers.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
You know, like such unanimous hype around the world for this movie event that was 1 and 2. And I mean, maybe Lord of the Rings was like that. The final 2 Lord of the Rings, after the first one was like, we can be pretty great.
Return of the King definitely would add hype after Two Towers.
But, you know, I just remember, like, just the energy going into that theater and stuff like that. I'm like, it's exactly like
I
the
remember
Avengers.
seeing, the first trailer for Deathly Hallows was a combined trailer for advertising the release dates for both of them.
Yeah, it was.
And it was like part 1, May or whatever, part 2, November, or whatever it said.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, oh, what? I didn't know. I was not avidly. I was on the internet, but I wasn't movie on the internet. Like, I didn't do movie research on that. And that was the first time where I was like, bro, this is gonna be great. And it was like part 1. I was like, oh, part 2, what? And yeah, and that you're right. I was hyped. I remember the first screening I saw of Deathly Hallows. First screening of part 1. I was late by 2 seconds, so I missed the initial bit where they.
The Voldemort scene.
Yeah.
That scene still gives me chills.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But no, yeah. In game, gonna see it. It's great. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Maybe you put some value back into the part 1, part 2 conversation.
Yeah.
So it definitely is a one-sided conversation, that one.
It's no
like
good.
After Harry Potter.
It's no good.
Yeah, there you go. That's the conversation.
That is well, Hunger Games. I was so disappointed.
Hunger Games. There was no point.
Mockingjay.
No point. Sorry, I mean Twilight, no point.
Twilight, no point. Yeah. That's right.
Did they do one for the Divergent?
No, they cancelled it. They did one, and they were going to do another one, but then they cancelled it. No, because they were going to do a TV show, and then like Shailene Woodley pretty much turned around and said, "I'm too good for that."
Yeah.
more interested to get anything. Was the Maze Runner was talked about initially, but then they just did one more, and then they finished.
Like Harry Potter's the only one that I think it's worked for, but even then, some people will argue that point. So
I do think part one's for me at times, depending on how it depends on what I want from Harry Potter.
I think part 2 justifies part 1.
Yeah.
If you look at part 2, and then you say to yourself, okay, but there's a whole lot more that goes on before this.
Yeah.
you have to listen that final battle
The
and all
only
that so
problem with
much.
part one, and really, and that's because
It's
of part
just
two,
kinda
is
slow.
the action,
Yeah.
and it's kind of there's not
kinda
really much
slow.
action.
Yeah.
But the character building for
Yeah.
Ron and Hermione and
And
Harry
Harry is like, what?
is amazing in
Yeah.
that film. So
I look at it.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
they complement each other.
part
You
one
can only watch
justifies
them
part
together.
two, and part two justifies part one.
Yeah,
Like
they-
the way it should work.
Mm.
You know, you look at the other one and you're like, well, we can't shorten this
Yeah.
to put all this other stuff in there. So I think, just put a little bit more spark in the conversation, but it'll also spawn a bunch of part one, part twos again.
How much is Voldemort in part one? He's not really in.
There's a fair bit.
Is he? There's the table scene.
There's table scenes. There's a scene where he steals the wand. It's just kind of
There's little flashy.
like
things,
when like
yeah.
Harry sees him through the scar kind of
Yeah,
thing. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
when he kills everybody for the sword.
But compared to, I guess he's in Half Blood. Not Voldemort. Tom Riddle's more in Half Blood Prince.
Yeah.
And then you've got the big fights for part two.
Voldemort's not screen time wise.
Yeah.
He's not in the movies a lot.
He's not in Order of the Phoenix at all.
He is at the end.
Oh, that's right. He is.
Yeah,
Wait, which one is he not
Battle
in?
He's not in 3 at all. He's not in. Yeah, he's not in 3 at all.
Yeah, he's not in 3 at all.
Yeah.
Because 2 is Tom Riddle.
2
1 is what's her name?
1 is
The back of the head.
Professor Quirrell's
Yeah, yeah.
head thing. 3 is Sirius Black.
That's right. 3 is serious.
4 is
What's
Voldemort.
what's the
5
fight at the end of 3?
The werewolf thing, the time travel thing.
Oh, right.
Dementors.
I need to watch Harry Potter again.
We should do that.
We
We
should.
should do a commentary on it.
That would be fun. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah.
We should do a Harry Potter commentary.
That's right. And then Voldemort shows up properly in 4. He's in 5.
Yeah.
He's in 6.
Yeah. He's in 7.
Wait, is he in 6?
He's in 6.
But is like
Voldemort in 6.
is Ralph Fiennes
Yeah, he's in 6. Yeah. I know he's in 6. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Well,
Anyways,
yeah.
because I know Tom Riddle stuff's in.
Someone else in 6.
I love the fight back, you coward!
Yeah.
Fight
Fight back!
back! And then Sarah's like,
You'll dare defeat me with my own spells.
that's right.
Wow, what a great performance from Alan Rickman.
I love Alan Rickman.
I know.
That's great. All right, let's move on to. So, should we get on to our little music thing we were going to
Okay, yeah.
So, we were just watching the Super Bowl, and we were talking about how it's the biggest artists do the Super Bowl, pretty much.
Yeah.
We talked about the biggest artists. Michael Jackson's done it, Bruce Springsteen's done it, Stevie Wonder's done it, Whitney Houston's done it, Kiss, Rolling Stones, Black Eyed Peas,
Yeah.
They've all, the big, the artists of that year.
Yeah.
Because I just thought people were going to be like, you listed all these greats and then you said Black Eyed Peas. I said Black Eyed Peas because they did it in 2011.
Yeah, when they were
at
massive.
the peak of like Boom Boom Pow, I Got a Feeling, Just Can't Get Enough, like that was peak Black Eyed Peas.
So we were watching the Super Bowl halftime show for the 50th.
And you've got,
and
I said,
Beyonce on the left, Bruno on the right,
And
Chris Martin in the middle.
the white dude in the middle.
Yeah.
And I said, for the past decade,
These-
these are probably some of the biggest
You
artists.
said the 3.
The 3 biggest artists.
You said the 3, and I was like,
right, yeah.
well, I don't know about 3, like potentially.
Beyonce.
Definitely in the top 10, those 3, but I don't know if you can say top. I can't say,
So,
I don't know if those are top 3, though.
let's think top 10 years. Past 10 years is from 2009 to 2019, or do we want to go 2008 to 2019? Because the year hasn't started yet. The year hasn't ended yet.
Okay, let's go 2008.
Okay. So,
2008. Let's go back to 2008. Here's a brief background of 2008. Barack Obama got elected president.
Correct.
For the first time. Boston Celtics won the NBA Finals.
I'm going to see if there's a Wikipedia page
little bit
to
of
tell
plug in
me.
for that.
if there's
Dark Knight and Iron Man came out.
And Incredible Hulk as
And-
well.
Oh, sorry, Incredible Hulk came out. Iron Man came out in 2007.
No, they
Oh,
both came out
yeah.
the same year.
So, 2008, big year.
Yeah,
First black president. The superhero genre really kicks off. The Celtics
What
win.
do we got?
I'm just
looking. I wrote events and music in 2008.
Okay.
50th
50th Grammy Awards. Let's just do that,
Jackson's Thriller turned 25.
Spice Girls come back.
Mariah Carey's "Touch My Body" became the 18th #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100 of her career.
Nice.
Jesus, she was still doing that. I thought Mariah stopped making music. American Idol. Anything else? I don't see anything else. There's a lot of awards.
So not many big things going on, but like big things happen.
Who won the MTV Music Awards?
Anyways, 2008, interesting year.
Britney Spears won music video of the year.
Britney Spears.
Chris Brown made male video.
Oh,
Best female, Britney Spears. Best new artist, Tokyo Hotel.
it's crazy.
So best artist of that year, best new artist category. Jordan Sparks was there. Taylor Swift, Teardrops on My Guitar. So that's her first year.
That's her first year.
Katy Perry, I Kissed a Girl. That's got to be like her.
That's
first,
one of my.
That's like her
yeah.
second year. And Miley Cyrus is on there as well.
Mm.
Linkin Park, Linkin Park, Fall Out Boy, Foo Fighters, Paramore, Slipknot. Lil Wayne, best hip hop. Lil Wayne was, and
So it's
Kanye
kind
West.
of peak.
Best dance video. Pussycat Dolls. When I grow up, we love Pussycat Dolls.
We do. Anyways.
Adele. All right, so that's Adele's Chasing Pavements. So Adele was like her first year as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think. So, from that list, you got Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Adele, some of the leading ladies who have now since.
So I think for this conversation to automatically qualify, you need to have longevity.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think your longevity can be minimized if you just are massive. So like Ed Sheeran has been around for 10 years. He's only been around for 5, but those 5 years have been massive 5 years, you know?
Yeah.
Kind
absolutely.
of thing. So,
because now I'm just having a quick look at each year. Rihanna. I'm just trying to. Rihanna's got in there. Lady Gaga's in there.
don't, because you're just putting names in our mouths. We will do what we feel. Okay, like what sticks out to us.
Okay.
So
We'll
go back to back. You go first artist, I go second artist, and then we can go.
We're gonna
from there.
name 10.
10. 10 between two of us, or 10 each? We'll go 10 between two of us.
10 between two of us. Oh, jeez. I'll start off with the
And
one.
then we can argue people in and out.
I'll start with the one you just said. That you've just keep saying Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, and Sharon. Yeah.
He undoubtedly divide minus multiply.
Yeah, multiply.
You know, indie artist. He was on the street. You know, we know the story. He was the guy with the acoustic with the little bag out.
Yeah.
He was busking in the UK,
Yeah.
and then he got noticed. Lego House.
Everybody's rags to riches favorite story, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's such a chill guy, and he's one of those genuine artists that everybody loves. Your mum can listen to him. You can listen to him.
Yeah.
You know, he's featured on like rap songs with like modern artists, but he's also just done little acoustic things. He's done weddings for people. He's real generous with his time.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care about losing it all.
Yeah.
He will just go
And
back.
he's
and
kind
do
of
what he does.
spawned the whole, not spawned because it was already there, but he's made popular again. Just the acoustic guitar with vocals.
Yeah,
That's
his vocals,
becoming
acoustic
him.
guitar, and his beatboxing mixed with the layered
Yeah.
machine. I can't remember what it's called. Where he would be like, and then
Yeah.
get it to repeat itself.
Okay, I will go next. I've been listening to her a lot recently. Rihanna.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
2008. I think you said that was 2008's definitely early Rihanna.
I think she was about 2006 was her first.
Yeah, so
2007.
2 years in Rihanna. I mean,
That's I think
it just kind of goes without
08,
saying, you
Umbrella.
know, kind of ever since she first came onto the scene, she's been a constant pop culture influence.
Yeah.
You know, and she's just put out banger after banger. There has been a couple of miss meanderings along the way, I suppose.
Put it
But
this way, any song she releases now,
oh yeah,
probably top of the charts.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's the star power.
It is, yeah, you know, and that's I've got her last album was 2016. It was Anti, which had things
Really?
like Work and
Wow, such a
Love on the Brain.
Yeah, I love
Kiss
Love on the
Kiss
Brain.
It Better, and like a lot of those like
Yeah.
You Need Me. What's that song? You Need.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
Flexing your vocals
She's
on
done
me.
it. Okay. But then she did her track with Calvin Harris,
Yeah, yeah.
and that top she did her one with DJ Khaled the following year.
I like the Shakira one that she does.
Oh yeah, Can't Remember to Forget You.
What a song.
Yeah.
Music video too.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that?
My puberty 12-year-old from Smack That Ass or Grab It. That's that Paris coming out. Yeah, no, I agree, Rihanna. I agree. I'm gonna give her. She's not the opposite. She's the same sort of artist, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce is in that same reign. Beyonce's been doing it since the 90s because of Destiny's Child. Beyonce's been around for much longer, but still.
I mean, you don't even need to really kind of explain it. It just
Yeah.
goes without saying, kind of the influence and just how many hits she's had.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. I keep on just saying influence and hits, but to make this, that's all you really need.
Pretty much, it's that thing. And again, she's got amazing vocals. Her work with Jay-Z, they released their album together last year.
I was gonna say the Connors. It's
The Carters.
Carters.
Yeah,
The Carters.
and again, her music's just always super dope, and and from Destiny's Child all the way, she just seems to be like a bigger influence every time.
Okay. Bruno Mars. I mean, you see Beyonce, I say Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since
Similar Ed Sheeran thing, like 3 albums in, and he's
2011, Doo-Wops and Hooligans.
Yes,
That was the album of that year for like our age group.
Yeah,
Or at least for
absolutely.
the kids that I was associated with in my school.
I feel like for those 20 that album definitely
like-
it was the girls were listening to it, but the guys were listening to it too.
like Grenade, Count on Me,
Lazy Song.
Liquor Store Blues.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely,
Liquor Store Blues saying
Yeah.
the older I've gotten, the more I've liked.
Just
But
the Way You Are.
Talking to the Moon,
Just the Way You Are.
Just the Way You
Yeah.
Are, Millionaire. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's
he
right.
popped onto the scene with a massive bang. Like,
And then he
Millionaire.
did, but like
Millionaire was his introductory song.
It was with Travis
Yeah.
McCoy, and then he also did Nothing
With,
on You.
B.O.B.. And
So he
then-
had those 2 featurings.
And then he
also did a
Doo-Wops
song.
and Hooligans.
He did a couple other ones. He did one with Eminem's group Bad Meets Evil, and he did Lil
Yeah.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Mirrors.
Yeah.
So it was that supporting where he would.
I mean, and he was writing music beforehand.
That's 4 rappers.
Yeah.
And he was just doing the chorus.
Yeah.
And I think Young, Wild and Free was just after that.
Yeah, just
With
after.
Snoop Dogg and and it's that thing where he was so smart, I think, to just
Ease himself onto the
5
scene.
different rappers,
Yeah.
but he was that vocal.
Yeah.
The other, real quick, I'll tell you this. Bebe Rexha,
Yeah.
who's a current female artist, she did that with a David Guetta song and a couple of others before she stepped out.
Yeah.
She did this featuring vocals on these rap
Yeah.
songs. G-Eazy, I think, was the other one.
Yeah.
And now she's huge.
Yeah.
Like, she's blasted off. But yeah, Doo-Wop and Hooligans.
And then, like, the moment you thought, like, Bruno Mars of yesteryear disappeared, he came out with, like, Treasure, and
Yes.
I forgot what that album's called.
It might be called Treasure. I want to say it's called Gorilla, but that's because there's a gorilla on the front.
Yeah. But, I mean, Gorilla is another
Yeah.
song. Like, he
But
always
he-
came out with, like, these big headliners and, like, bangers.
The other thing with that is the genre changed.
It did.
He went from this sort of lullaby, slightly acoustic, slightly chill 2011 music, and then he went throwback.
He changed with the music.
He went like disco-y,
Yeah.
throwbacky. And that really,
And
I
then
think that stood out.
24 Karat Magic is one of the best albums of last year. Was it last year or the year
I think
before?
it's slightly. I think it was released at the
I
end
think,
of 2016.
I think he released.
Because 24
a
Karat
remix
Magic came
version.
out in 2016. The song 24 Karat
Yeah.
Magic. I think the album came out in 2017.
2017?
I may be
For me,
wrong.
though, it was like the song that it was like the album that I listened to during 2018.
Right.
Treasure 2014.
Treasure.
2013.
Unorthodox Jukebox. Is
That's
what
the
the
one.
album's called. That's 2013, 2012. Into 2012, the album was released.
Cool.
24 Karat Magic released in 2016. November.
Jeez, I'm getting all these
2016.
times wrong.
But
I mean, but the thing is,
R&B sort of.
for me, he's the dude that I just chuck on.
Oh, do you know what we missed? The biggest track of his possibly is between the 2 albums, Uptown Funk.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah,
Mark
yeah,
Ronson.
Mark
That
Ronson.
was like he went away again.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing with Bruno Mars. He goes away between his albums.
He does.
And he does like nothing. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he tours. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
just touring the whole time.
I'm sure he lives.
Yeah. He just goes to a cryogenic chamber and he just sleeps. And he gets out and he's like, I've got a new song. like that's what he. No, but he went and then Uptown Funk is probably one of the biggest tracks of the past 5-10 years as well.
Yeah.
But then 24 Karat Magic came out, similar feel.
Favorite song in the album?
On 24 Karat Magic, I like Finesse.
I like Chunky.
Chunky.
Chunky is my
That's
jam.
really good. Chunky's really good as well. I like, that album's really good.
Versace. I just
Versace
like
on the
this
Floor's
song
pretty good. Yeah, but no, that's right. And it was super. There was 4 singles, I think.
too. Yeah.
He did 24 Karat Magic, That's What I Like, Chunky, Versace on the Floor, and Finesse.
Yeah.
And there's only 9 tracks on the album. So there wasn't. It's not there's not heaps of tracks.
Yeah, but that went platinum.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't really need all of the. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bruno Mars, you got the next one?
Next one, right? Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I knew that.
Like Taylor Swift again.
Oh, okay. I feel like there's not room. There might be if we run out of artists.
How many have we done now?
This is the 5th one.
It's the 5th one. Oh, we're on 5. So Beyonce, Rihanna, Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars, Taylor Swift.
Okay, Taylor Swift.
Think about Taylor Swift.
Or Katy Perry. Do we have room for them both?
Well, we're doing 10.
Yeah, I know, but I think we might get to the tail end of this list and might have to knock 1 or 2 off.
Ooh. Let's talk about this. So I'm not the huge knowledge.
Let's just do a combo. Let's go Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, because they're kind of the same thing.
We'll see how we get when we get to 10. Your next one could be Katy Perry. Let's wait. Taylor Swift. I don't know the bunch about Taylor Swift. I know the hits when they come out. I know she slept with all the male artists.
Fair.
That's not true. I've got friends. My friend Ewan loves it. My friend Jen Harvey loves Taylor Swift. Like, I know people that love Taylor Swift.
Yep.
I knew of all the early Disney radio-friendly stuff because it was being played on The Breeze, one of the radio stations here on the hits. So, like... But the album, I think, that stood out to me was it called 21? I think it's called. Which is 22.
Yeah, 22.
22 is the...
Red's the album that sticks out to me.
Is that the one before it or after? Because that might be that one. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for at all. 22 album by The Leeds. No.
The Leeds. No, I think
no, it's Red. That's the same album.
Yeah.
Red, yeah.
Red.
Yeah, so Red is the album now.
Yeah.
2012 album. It had... I think Ed Sheeran wrote some songs on that album.
Yeah, he also featured on it.
Yeah, We're Never Getting Back Together, 22, Red. Everything has changed.
Everything has changed, yeah.
That same year, what Taylor did was she featured on a B.O.B. song. Yeah. So I think that was kind of the thing. And B.O.B.'s gone. I don't know what happened to him, but I think that was the... hold on, I'm just seeing what the album before was called. Speak Now. Oh yeah, Speak Now. Yeah, I think that was definitely the girls' album. The Speak Now album was definitely for... I think that's the first one she was away from Disney.
Yeah.
I think that was the first. Actually, none of her albums may be Disney, but it was definitely on SingStar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think...
I mean, yeah, it's one of those ones that kind of goes without saying. Like, for our generation, well, I don't know our generation, but our age group at the very least.
Yeah.
Kind of from 2000, when we were 2011, until now, when we're 19.
Yeah.
You know, almost 20.
Yeah.
All the artists we've mentioned so far, maybe not Beyonce for me, but, you know, but have been the staples of the year.
Yeah.
You know? And so I've got another one for you. Love him or hate him, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to cap off Taylor Swift really quickly.
Okay.
The way she's ended, the way she's ended. And the way she's currently, the way Taylor Swift's music is, you know, the joke is actually. Do you know what I think made her stand out?
The way she made her music?
No, Kanye's. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had the best music video of all time. Of all time. But yeah, it's the. Yeah, so her latest stuff. She 2 albums, 1989, which had Shake It Off, Blank Space, Style, Bad Blood, Wildest Dreams, Out of the Woods.
Yeah. And
then Reputation. I thought Reputation underperformed so badly.
You really like this song, don't you?
Yeah, I kind of, but I thought the whole album flopped. I was so wrong. The Endgame. I like the Endgame song, which has Ed Sheeran and
it's the one with the really weird music video in it.
It's got Future on it. Yeah, I thought this will flop. Maybe it did flop. Oh, it kind of did.
Yeah.
It's not number 1.
Well, that's the standard we're holding these guys to, isn't it?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
One or flop.
I don't recognize any of these. Look What You Made Me Do.
Yeah.
Ready for Endgame. I don't recognize New Year's Day. Good as Delicate. Is that the one where she's in the rain dancing? Yeah. Okay. Again, it's not number 1. Oh, it was in the US and UK. All right, fine. You win. You win, Taylor.
That's the two
I think the album before was better. I think the album did way 1989 was a better album. Yep. Not because I liked it, but like because people like it. Anyways, you brought up a man
loved and hated alike. No, I don't think many people hate him. I think it was trendy to hate him.
I was never on that trend because I liked Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
That was your next one.
I mean, I'm not a big Justin Bieber fan, so I honestly wouldn't be able to point out like his albums or the tracks that are on his albums.
Loki, the other day I was at JB Hi-Fi and I finally got my hands on Divide, Ed Sheeran, and I brought his album Purpose, the latest, the 2016 one, because it is a good album.
Yeah. But just the fact that he features in a lot of stuff now. Well, not a lot of stuff, but he features...
The past couple of years.
He's made himself relevant.
2017, 18, I think he did several features.
Yes.
The Despacito remix.
Oh, yes.
Which, Despacito itself was huge.
Yeah.
And everywhere, when I was in overseas,
yeah.
When I was in London, no, I was traveling from France to Italy, and we were in a bus, and this was the first time I'd heard Despacito because I heard it when it came out.
Yeah.
I think that's early 2017 Despacito came out.
It is.
That song lasted 2 years, I feel.
Oh.
That song was everywhere for 2 years. And if I hear it again this year, I'm literally going to pull out the speakers.
Yeah.
But Despacito was already huge in Latin America. It then became huge in Europe, New Zealand, everywhere. And then Bieber hops on a version, which then makes it last longer.
Yeah.
I don't know which one. If you were to turn on the radio, if you were to call out the radio and be like, play Despacito.
Which one that?
Which one? No, I don't know. They may play the Bieber version just because
Bieber's in it.
It's English and it's in that. But no music video either. The thing about the one thing that these artists I don't think need half the time is a music video.
Yeah.
Which, if you know anything about music at all, it's the video that stands out. You think classic videos, you think Thriller, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Without those videos, that's early Michael Jackson, early Queen.
Yeah.
In a way, those videos, without them, those albums may not have done so well. And, people spoof Thriller, people spoof Bohemian Rhapsody now.
Yeah.
But these artists, things like Ed Sheeran and Bruno Mars, and did Chunky have a video? No. The remix of Despacito didn't
Not
have
when
a
it first
video.
came out, the videos. I'm not sure if one's came out since.
A few Ed Sheeran videos don't have videos, I'm sure of it. Rihanna's Love on the Brain doesn't have a music video. There's like random clips. I'm sure Beyonce and Jay-Z and all those people don't have videos.
Yeah.
But, real quick, back to Bieber. I know it's your turn, but do you have anything to say about Bieber?
As I said, I'm not...
Baby was obviously the big, one of the big first one. Usher picked him up off YouTube.
Yeah.
Baby became... Now it's no longer not the most disliked because of YouTube Rewind of 2018. I'm pleased, not a good video. Yeah. But Baby was hated. Low-key liked it when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
But I couldn't tell anybody.
Because it's
But if
cool
I
to
was
hate.
smart, I would have got all the girls.
Yeah. I
love Baby. And that's a cutesy little song. Yeah. But that was a huge hit. He then had...
Beauty and the Beast. That's a few years later, though.
A few years later. But no, that year he did... I just need somebody to love.
Yeah, I like this song.
With Usher. He then did Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo with Sean Kingston.
Yeah.
Which that was like my banger. That was like, I was like, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Catch it, dance it, die it, toe. I don't remember what the lyric is.
She
I like, if she holler. I like Sean Kingston. He's kind of cool. But yeah, and then you're right. And then he did Boyfriend.
Yep.
Which was turning back. Because think about Justin Bieber. He does play guitar. He does know how to play music. I don't know how much of his stuff he writes. I'm sure he writes most of it. But yeah, so he did Believer, Boyfriend, and then I think he did that movie as well. He got a little movie. He did a Christmas album.
Like Justin Bieber, the concert experience.
Never Say Never. That's another one. He did the song with Jan Smith. And then there's a break, I think, between 2012. He had a break, and then 2015, Purpose came out with What Do You Mean, which features Skrillex and Diplo.
What do you mean?
No, sorry, Where Are You Now, which wasn't initially on the album. And then What Do You Mean? Sorry, Love Yourself.
Yeah.
Smash It. Sorry, I think is like possibly his biggest song.
Yeah.
Again, he's not in the video.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, those are all Kiwi girls.
Yeah, I know.
Love it.
I think everybody in New Zealand knows that.
Both videos, the Love Yourself, those two dancers are also Kiwis.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's probably his biggest. Those songs probably his biggest. The following ones, Cold Water, didn't get as much. So that's right. The collaborations, Cold Water, Let Me Love You, Despacito.
Yeah.
And I'm the One, which is the coloured one.
I mean, I'm the new talk because I'm not big on
But that's the thing,
Bieber.
like, that's just He's just
Yeah.
smashed. He's really smashed.
He's just
it.
made himself relevant, and he's kind of
2015,
stayed
he
around.
smashed it.
you know?
Because that was I think between 2012 and 2015, he like spat on a fan. He was with Selena
He
Gomez.
pissed on someone, didn't he?
Yeah. There was like that weird the nude leaks. I think as
Yeah.
well. He had that thing with his. He was naked.
He almost got
and,
punched by Orlando Bloom.
that's right. Yeah. So I think that was his. And again, the man's what? He's 24. The
Yeah.
kid's young. Of course, he's.
I don't think we can say that. We're even
No,
younger
but
than him.
with the knowledge of how the
Yeah.
world works and being
Yeah.
a young star, you think of all
Yeah.
the Macaulay Culkins
Yeah.
and all those kids from the 90s and 80s that are now.
Well, they had
Macaulay
everything.
Culkin's great. I don't know if you've seen his
Oh, man.
interviews. He's
Have you seen that new ad?
yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, that's my favorite. But a lot of the other ones, the Stand By Me kids, a
Yeah.
lot of them really. Well, River Phoenix died.
Yeah.
But like I think he's done okay to bring himself back.
Yeah. I mean, he's married now.
That's right. He married not Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
He secretly married that girl, the Baldwin chick.
Baldwin chick. Yeah.
Haley Baldwin.
Haley Baldwin.
Is she actually the daughter of Alec Baldwin?
No, I think she's his nephew. Her niece. What?
She's his nephew.
She's his nephew. Oh, damn it. She's his niece.
Ah, she's the host of Drop the Mic.
Anyways.
My turn.
Yeah.
I took your turn, so I'm going to talk again.
So-
I couldn't think of somebody.
You really couldn't?
Oh, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a pause. Do you want to talk about Katy Perry because I took you Justin Bieber?
No, we can both talk about Katy Perry.
Big Rack.
No. Okay. Let's start off with a little. California Girls
Oh, man.
began the. I believe that's the beginning of risky music videos.
think-
Like truly kind of.
That album, Teenage Dream, I think that was the biggest album of that year.
Probably, yeah.
I remember, it's a fun story, I was in intermediate, and this was the last of CDs with everybody's got Spotify,
Yeah.
whatever, Google Play, Apple Music, whatever. I think this is the last time I saw somebody bring a CD into class.
Oh,
And it was Teenage
Yeah.
Dream, and, but yeah, California.
You know how like everybody's like, oh my god, like music videos have been like so they're just ass shaking and stuff like that now, and it's just so
And
gratuitous.
saying that real quick, Rihanna's album,
Yeah.
3 of those videos she's topless,
Yeah.
or you could see her boobs.
Yeah.
So, like, this is nothing.
Like I'm not saying that it hasn't happened before. Like in the 80s and 90s, just watch some of those music videos. But in the modern sense, like how it became like kind of not on the nose almost,
Yeah.
like kind of in your face kind of thing. I think California Girls with like the cream boob thing.
Yeah.
It was just the start of it. But that aside, it's a plus in my book, by the way.
Snoop
but-
Dogg.
Just they've all the artists I've mentioned so far have had like a period where they've just been absolutely massive, and Katy Perry was just 2012 with like
2010
Friday
album
night,
came out.
last Friday night.
Because the thing about that album, there was 2 versions of it. Because
Yeah.
there was the original one that 2010 came out with California Girls, Teenage Dream, Firework, E.T.
Yeah,
And then the following, she released the next part, which had Part of Me, Wide Awake. Yeah, last Friday night. Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, the album was huge. Because before that, she did I Kissed a Girl and Hot and Cold.
yeah.
Which was her second album because her first one, she was a gospel girl or something weird.
Okay.
She was a child singer. She had like
Yeah.
a debut album like 2001 or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she was
yeah.
like, it was like gospel music or something weird.
fair.
And then her second album was like, I kiss a girl and I like. And I'm like, whoa.
Right, nice. But I mean, nothing that we haven't said before with any of the artists on this list. They've just throughout the entire 10 years or 9 years that we're talking about, they've been relevant, they've been constant,
Yeah,
they've had
yeah.
hits.
Roar.
Yeah, Raw.
I think that's her biggest hit.
Yeah, I'd say Raw.
Yeah.
What's the one that does with the Egyptian-based one?
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse, thank you. Dark Horse, Raw, Bon Appetit if you're into her newer stuff.
Yeah, Witness, I didn't really hear. I heard Change to the Rhythm and
Change of the Rhythm, yeah.
Swish
Swish,
and Bon
Swish.
Appetit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear. Actually, I was about to say I didn't hear any tracks, but I just read Change to the Rhythm, Bon Appetit, and Swish, which I heard all 3 of those.
So, I mean, some would say that she's kind of dropped off in the most recent years.
I think this latest album has done less.
The least successful out of
Yeah.
what she's done. But still, the entire time she's kind of been there.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what are we on now?
6?
Sharon, Bruno, Beyonce,
Rihanna.
Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Justin Bieber.
7.
Okay. Much in the vein of Justin Bieber, Love Him or Hate Him, One Direction have been a massive thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny, they're not relevant now, like in this moment of speaking.
Individually, some of them are still doing quite well.
Yep.
Harry Styles.
And they weren't relevant at the beginning of the time period that we're talking about.
It's
But there was a neat period in between
2011 to 2015
when everything
was One Direction.
was One Direction.
Yeah.
Like
They lit up our world like nobody
Body
else.
House. Yeah. Like if you look at the album, like
All their little things?
Yeah.
How many of these can I do you think?
Oh, so many.
They've just got history.
Yeah.
I'm running low. You and I
You and I.
love One Direction.
We-
No.
But I mean, Up All Night.
Oh, yeah.
About the album, dude.
No.
But you know, Up All Night's the album that I know.
Which one's Up All Night?
I'm pretty sure that's the album. Well, that's the song I remember off the album. I could be completely wrong.
So yeah, again, it's
But
all these little things. Up All Night is their first album, yeah.
yeah.
Which had Live While You're Young
Live While You're
and
Young, yeah.
What Makes You Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. You Makes You Beautiful in one thing.
Yeah.
Live While You're Young is What Makes You Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Live While You're... no, that's the next album.
Different,
No.
man.
What
That's-
Makes You Beautiful?
Yeah, because What Makes You Beautiful is on the beach. Live While You're Young is that camping one that they do.
And they're in Zorbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're in Zorbs.
Yeah,
But,
those
like,
are New Zealand.
From Story of My Life. It's not even the latest song, the last song they did. But
That was. Do you know that was the first time my dad was like, not bad. To a modern pop artist. I think he was like, it's not a bad song.
and I mean, I think their time together goes without saying, but the talent that they have goes to show when they broke up. I mean, arguably, in a couple of years, you could shove Zayn, if he keeps on doing the way, you can shove Zayn on this list as a solo artist.
I don't know. His second outing has done poorly.
I know, but I love that album.
That's the difference, though. You do.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's a really good album.
I enjoyed a lot of. I didn't listen to the whole album, but I
It's a
listened.
long ass album.
It is.
It's like a 30-song album.
But real quick, just all of them by themselves. The only Liam. Which one's Liam? Harry's album did really well, and it was super unique.
Yeah, it was.
I quite enjoyed it. The Dunkirk album, I keep calling it because it was the same
Dunkirk
time.
album.
Zayn's done pretty well by himself.
Yep.
The second one is flopped.
Niall's done like a lot of solo, like individual songs.
The acoustic stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's put out a full album.
He did. I saw it in the shop.
Maybe he did a mini album,
It may have been an EP.
an EP. Yeah. But he doesn't. I don't think he's put out like the full 9 songs. Or anything like that.
I'm gonna prove.
This Town.
Yeah, he did release a studio album, Flicker.
Oh, Flicker. Okay.
I did see it. Yeah.
Oh my boy.
Liam has done well.
Yeah.
Liam did like Strip That Down,
Strip that down.
and he did the song with Zed.
Yeah.
So he's done a couple of good ones, and he didn't do what I thought he would. Become really fat. I joked about this with the NSYNC thing because you got the guy
One
from
became
NSYNC. One becomes fat, and I thought it was going to be him. Kudos to him for not doing that.
Yeah.
No offense to him at all, but he did get a little bit bigger. Louis. I always say Lewis.
Is he the one that had the baby?
Is he with Cheryl?
He's with Cheryl, but I think Liam had the
Yeah.
baby.
No, he had the child.
Oh, did he have the child?
The only thing I heard from Louis was Back to You with Bebe Rexha,
Yeah.
and I don't think he's done an album.
No.
Yeah, he hasn't done an album. Yeah, he's done 3 singles.
3 singles. That's fair.
But really, it's one because that's not his song. That was on somebody else's album. This is the only one he did, really. It's 12 in our charts.
No.
But yeah, so he's the only one that's branched off and hasn't done.
Kind of anything of note.
Yeah, he's taken a hiatus.
Yeah.
No, he's on a judge alongside Simon Cowell, Robbie Williams in the 15th season of X Factor.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
Interesting choice.
But you need to get paid.
Yeah.
And then Zayn obviously has done his 2 albums.
Yeah.
Pillow Talk.
I love that album.
And then he did. I like it because the other one.
He did.
is-
I was gonna say Invictus.
Yeah.
Icarus.
Yeah. It's
I don't know. I really like Icarus Falls. Is it doing that badly?
27 tracks. I heard the Timbaland,
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj. I heard Entertainer.
Is it doing really badly? I don't know that.
It's not. Yeah, it's
Oh my
it's at the bottom of the charts.
God.
It didn't make our charts at all. 100. How many? Okay, real quick.
Whoa.
Japan's album charts has 100, at least 145 spaces because Zayn had 145. Yeah, it's not reached a top 20.
That's a shit.
No, Canada 24,
Oh.
but it's not hit a top 10.
In a major country or anything like that.
No. US Billboard 61. That's not good. UK
Yeah.
77.
Maybe it's because it's just such a big album.
It is a big album. Do you know what it is? I saw a video on it. He's very shy.
All the songs do
He's
kind
very
of-
introverted
he
and
doesn't
shy,
promote a
so he
lot.
doesn't promote.
Yeah, maybe. Do you think it's that?
Well, if you're not appearing on X
Yeah.
Factor, you're not doing,
Yeah.
it's-
Lots of live performances.
if you're not doing a live performance or doing interviews, or
Yeah.
I don't know if he's afraid to do music videos. I don't recall seeing a music video for.
He's done quite a few. Dust of Dawn, he did one.
That was a good one.
Um,
That was the Seer.
Sweet Baby.
Yeah, no, they all have music videos
Yeah. I think maybe you're
because
right.
it followed the storyline, didn't it?
Yeah.
There was some that followed the story.
Maybe you're right about that, and the fact that the reason his first album did so good was because he broke away from One Direction, and that gave him viewers. Are you alright?
I'm sorry.
Publicity despite the fact, but yeah, I hope it works out for him because I really like him. He's actually my favorite in the group.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the next one goes. I'm curious to see if the five of them do a performance together,
Yeah.
if four of them come back, if they keep going, or
Yeah.
we just don't hear from them for a while.
For a while.
But those albums together, was it five of them that One Direction did?
Yeah, I think it's 4.
No, but they had an album called Four. Up All Night, Take Me Home, Midnight Memories 4, and Made in the AM.
Okay,
They did
5.
5 albums. Yeah, and Midnight Memories had Story of My Life, and Midnight Memories, You and I, Story of My Life, Best Song Ever. 4, I think, was the weakest one. Steal My Girl, Night Changes. Yeah,
I like Night Changes.
I like Night Changes as well. And Made in the AM had Drag Me Down, Perfect, and History.
Yeah.
So all of those were huge hits, number ones. What is their biggest song? Is it their first? Is it their debut?
Story of their life.
Story of My Life. Yeah, that sounds right.
Like I
About
think
right, yeah.
just kind of set a new tone for the group.
Yeah.
But more of a mature sound. And just kind of like the first What Makes You Beautiful is like cute. The way
Yeah.
you view Baby.
Yeah.
You know, but later on they had a bigger hit.
It's their pop feel, yeah. My next pick is somebody who I can't talk about in depth. I think he's a big music artist,
Oh.
but he hasn't made a lot
I
of
think I
music.
know who you're talking about.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think so.
Kanye West.
Oh.
Damn, where were you going?
I was gonna go The Weeknd.
The Weeknd. That's a really good one.
I thought you were gonna say The Weeknd. I was
Well,
like,
my next three are all in that vein. Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar, The Weeknd.
okay, yeah.
Those are my
yeah.
three that I'm thinking of. Because
Black Panther album.
because I would have said Kendrick Lamar, but Kanye West, I'm curious to see what you think. If he's on this list, it's not because of his music.
No.
It's because of every other
It's because
endeavor
of
he's
everything
made.
else.
He's a music. I don't remember the last song he made. I think it was the one with Rihanna and Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
It was the last
4 or
thing
5
I
seconds
heard.
or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Got 4,
5 seconds from whining. I don't want to put him on the list,
Yeah.
but
We'll put him in a solid 11th place.
a solid 11.
11.
So if that's the case, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Because
I've got a couple of artists in my mind. Do you want to start? We're on 8, so we've got
We're-
2 more places. Do you just want to talk
It's-
about artists now and find the 2?
Yeah, because the thing is for me is modern music, if you go look at our charts, it has fallen into hip hop,
Yes.
rap. Like that is the music at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I've been jamming to the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse
Yeah.
soundtrack, which has all these artists who I've pretty much never heard of.
Yeah.
And there's this whole feel at the moment, and whether it started with Migos or whoever, with the sort of
Yeah.
the way the rap works, the way the sounds work.
Oh yeah, for anybody who's listening out there, this is based off the music that makes it big in New Zealand.
Absolutely, which is from the past few years, I've always said this, we get delayed, but we're slowly getting more Americanized
Yeah,
with our
we are.
music on the radio.
But for a very long time, I'd say until at least kind of
Our influence were Australia, UK.
16, was Australia, UK, and then just anything that kind of made it big. So like the Despacitos of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't
yeah,
like truly big songs, but apart from that, very much.
Yeah.
UK, Australia, New Zealand kind of.
Because we had artists that people haven't heard of, like Guy Sebastian.
Yeah.
He had a song called Battle Scars, which is
like
huge.
Down here, and in Australia, you make it big in Australia, you can make a semi-healthy living.
You can,
being an Australia, New Zealand group.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like Justice Crew.
Yeah, there was a bunch of those.
So people in America won't know unless they're into dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Know who Justice Crew is, but thing is, they were big here for a couple of years, and they were big in Australia, and they're alright.
Yeah.
5 Seconds of Summer. I don't even know if they're well known in America.
They've done well. I think that's their "Looks So Perfect" song.
Yeah.
Really did well. I don't know how this album's doing.
Yeah.
But I like the songs from that album.
Yeah. So like, it is a different kind of popularity, kind of like in Asia. If you're a K-pop artist.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Although now,
Yeah,
your
K-pop
BTSs and your EXOs and your that and your that are really coming over.
Like, but before that, before the Americanization of K-pop.
Yeah.
America, but the transition to America.
Yeah.
Like, you could be an artist strictly in Korea or Japan or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Same thing for New Zealand, Australia. You could just be an artist here.
But no, so Kendrick Lamar for me has really shot the Black Panther album. Absolutely, it's really done well. His Humble album did really well with the title track. It's not called Humble; it's called DNA, I think.
Yeah.
To Pimp a Butterfly before that, and it's little songs that you don't realize you've heard, but then you're like, oh no, I know this.
Lamar, yeah.
But Kendrick Lamar, I think, has now. There's like when you hear people talk about rap who don't listen to rap, they'll say like Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, and now the new one is Post Malone, who's also shot up huge. It's only in the States. Yeah. In a way, Post Malone has shot off huge in the States. He's twinkled in down here. Sunflower is I think at the top of the charts at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's this thing of Kendrick Lamar with the 2 latest albums. He gets a huge single, and I don't. It's weird because there's still this thing now of rap doesn't go on the radio.
Yeah.
There are still radio edits of "Girl Like You" from Maroon 5 featuring Cardi B. Cardi B's not on the radio edits. The Endgame song, I'm sure Future wasn't on that. Yeah. There's all these artists with the rap part won't be on the radio still in this country, and I don't know what the mindset behind that is because sometimes there's no swearing.
Yeah.
So it's the whole big
just a radio edit for some reason.
Yeah, but Kendrick Lamar.
We'll get through this last one quick. You said it before, Maroon 5. I feel like they're the final spot on this list, and they are 10th.
Yep.
Like, if you had to number them, they probably would be on the list.
I have one more, which I want to hear your opinion on after this.
Okay, like, yeah, just same thing. Like I've just repeated the same thing for all 5 of mine over and over again. But all it takes to make this list: consistency, hits, and not being a dick, really.
Yeah. Staying popular. Staying popular.
Staying relevant.
With everybody.
Yes.
The thing about these artists, there's all these like Post Malone is a huge hit with probably, I would say some people in their 30s, but under 25s. Post Malone's a huge hit. He's got good tracks. I think he's a good writer.
Yeah.
He's got some really fun tracks. Rockstar, Jackie Chan, Sunflower. Like there's some solid songs. I'm like, damn, this is good. Yeah. Because I'm not huge on the way rap works, but he's a standout for me. But people like Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Taylor Swift. Yeah. There's an element of your parents can listen to it. Yeah. Your grandparents can hear it. You can hear it, and you all can enjoy it. Yeah. You may not sit on the couch and be like, going like 24 karat magic in the air. Like as a family, you may not do that, but everybody can be in the car and listening to it, and like, you may not do it as a group, but you can all sort of nod your head to it or whatever, and that's what makes those artists work. That's why these sort of rap artists, because I think it's Post Malone's first album is still on the chart. He released that in 2016, and it's still on the Billboard Hot 100 or whatever. I don't know if it's still true or not, but it lasted so many weeks. It outdid Thriller. Yeah. As the most weeks on the charts, and but that's just because of who's they're listening to the charts, where they get their information from. Your mum's not using, your mum may not use Spotify, your mum may not use Google Play or iTunes or whatever, so that information doesn't go. But if your mum listens to the radio and they're playing Shape of You every day, she's going to get to know Ed Sheeran and get to like Ed Sheeran. Yeah.
What's your one that you...
Ariana Grande.
Not yet.
Not yet? Do you think she's just almost...
that's one of, and here's the funny thing I was going to mention earlier. We've picked a select 10 years.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
You know, and the only reason One Direction made this is because they were just so big during the years that they were
2011
active.
to 15, yeah.
You know, but if you look at artists, I can tell you now which ones in 10 years' time, if we did it again, that would still be that you'd get Ariana Grande's, you'd get your Dua Lipa's.
Because that's
you'd get your Shawn Mendes's. You'd
True.
get your, I was going to say Calvin Harris. Shawn Mendes, and he did a song with Selena Gomez. Charlie Puth.
Charlie Puth, yeah.
You know, those will be the ones.
Your Khalid, your Alicia
10 years,
Cara, yeah.
It's just the time period that we've picked.
True. That's a really good point.
Ariana Grande, if she had a couple more years.
It's at the moment that's pretty much based off of Thank You Next, yeah, but also
7 Rings.
Well, that's the next album coming out this year.
Yeah.
But the album that's just been with God as a Woman.
God as a Woman, yeah.
The first track, No Tears Left to Cry.
Yeah.
But even before that, you know, she had Bang
That
Bang.
one was Zed.
Dangerous Woman, yeah, Zed, Break Free.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I feel like her first album, Yours Truly, I only know that because I brought it the other day for like $6 because it was cheap and I liked the first track. Didn't do.
So essentially, you paid $6 for a song.
No, $6 for the album.
Yeah, but you're only gonna listen to that one song.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, there's only 3 songs I know off that album, and there's like 26 on there.
Oh, okay.
The next one has a few more, like the Z track.
Yeah.
I think Bang Bang's on there. There's probably others I'm forgetting. Problem. And then the next one was Dangerous Woman, which got a bit more side to side, which got a bit more sexual. And then obviously this past year we've had Breathing and God is a Woman and Light is Coming and No Tears Left to Cry. And then again, the end of last year, beginning of this year, you've had Thank You Next, Seven Rings, Imagine, where she's getting tattoos.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. I think
barbecue, Japanese barbecue.
Definitely like the list that's gonna be in like 5 years' time kind of thing.
Yeah, Shawn Mendes, Charlie Puth, Ariana Grande,
And Dua Lipa.
because that's the thing we just talked about. There's a couple of those ones. Taylor Swift's album did a little weaker.
Yeah.
Katy Perry's did a little weaker.
Yeah. She's starting to dip off a little bit, maybe.
One Direction's gone now, so obviously they won't make the list again.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
This conversation, if we were begging for like to put more people in, and it was like just 10, I can't think of just 10.
Yeah.
First one off of the list in my mind would be Beyonce,
Really?
because I feel like her prime years, and not with Destiny's Child, no, but her most influential time period was the little bit before
2008.
this kind of thing.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Her title track, I think her biggest track, still to this day, is her
Enough.
first single, which is Crazy in
Enough,
Love with Jay-Z. I think that's the most one
That's what
hear
I
the
think when you
most.
say Beyonce.
And she's done stuff, sis, like,
Rules the world.
yeah, and, you
Who
know,
runs the world?
They Don't Love You Like I Love You.
yeah.
Like, there's other songs that have come out from Beyonce
Yeah.
since then, but yeah, Crazy in Love 2003.
Yeah.
That's
Because
right.
then you get into people like I was gonna say Mariah Carey. No, Mariah Carey, yeah, but like isn't it? Let's keep breathing.
So like,
But it's a completely
yeah.
different time period with completely new artists.
that's-
Eminem
yeah.
would make the conversation.
Eminem would make and I don't know where
Justin Timberlake
Yeah,
would
I
make
don't.
the
I'm just gonna say I don't
conversation.
know where I would put him because Man of the Woods did poorly. There's some good songs. Say Something's on there. Man of the Woods.
2020
Experience. Yeah, Mirrors and
They went really well.
Yeah, it did do really well.
Yeah.
The album before that, obviously, Six Sounds.
Six Sounds.
Yeah.
Sorry, featuring Six Sounds.
Yeah.
Future
Like
Noise
that did pretty
Six
well as well with Sexy Back and all that
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
that is just before then.
That's around the 2008 mark.
Yeah,
with
2000
what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
You know.
So
2007.
it's a very interesting period, I think, now where we're. You think this is 10 years? A lot of these artists we talked about at the beginning. Katy Perry's now 10 years. Taylor Swift's now 10 years.
Mars is 10 years.
Rihanna's
Coming up
over
on
10 years.
Yeah.
But still, some of those are still top of the charts.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see them filter a little bit with your Shawn Mendes', your Charlie Puth's, your Alicia Carter's, your Ariana Grande's. Because Ariana might be the next Beyonce for this next 10 years.
Yeah.
She'll be the top one.
Yeah.
You know, your Katy Perry is your Alicia Cara, your Bruno Mars is your Khalid, your Justin Bieber is your Shawn Mendes. You know,
The Weeknd's coming through.
The Weeknd. Well, he's been around for a few years, but it was only his
We's become really kind of.
2013 with the Behind Beauty Madness with the
I can
Yeah, I Can't Feel My Face. Earned It.
Yeah.
Yeah, those songs, and then Starboy, all
Yeah.
the Daft Punk stuff he did with
Yeah.
Starboy. He then had his EP,
Oh,
which
we missed
had
out on Pharrell.
Call Out My Name. Pharrell's interesting as well because he's been around since 2000.
Yeah.
And he had all these. He was always the little. He was like what Bruno Mars did. He did all the little one lines in the Snoop Dogg songs. Like Snoop Dogg, like, oh, the pants in my crib, like drop it like it's hot. And that was Pharrell. That's what he did. But then he did his GRL album with Happy and Marilyn Monroe and Come Get It Bae. And then he's a very interesting. He'll pop up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit.
And then he'll fade.
Because that's the thing that song feels with Katy Perry and Pharrell and Big Sean.
I love that song.
Yeah. And all those artists have been around for a few years, but it's interesting. I'll be very interested to see how music.
Because you can see like Green pops up in the conversation 10 years earlier. You know, and it's just I think the select time period that we picked, and the requisite to be the top 10.
Yeah.
You know, just make these artists.
And I think the time period we've chosen is good because we're not going too far back.
Yeah.
To into these Justin Timberlakes and your CeeLo Greens, and we're not going. Although some of those artists were filtering in there, this 10-year period, these artists we mentioned, 100%. That's their 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
They were peak. You know, we could have mentioned LMFAO, which really only had one album, but that was 2011, 2012. That was their year. We could have mentioned the Black Eyed Peas with their The End, The Beginning album because. You know those were huge. The End with Boom Boom Pow, I Got a Feeling, I'm a Bee, Rock. You know. All that, those were huge tracks.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier at the very beginning, they did the Superbowl.
Yeah.
The 2012 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. I think that time period fits those artists that we've just chucked in there. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Sir Brady podcast. We are back into the flow of things. We're going to be doing this. There will be some upcoming videos. What are you whispering over there? There's going to be some upcoming videos with Cahan and I on my channel. I am back on YouTube. I took January off. Early February, there may not be very many videos. But there's 5 things coming out. There is a bonus clip from the first new episode of the podcast that's coming out where I talk about a person that may or may not exist.
She does.
But yeah, so you can find us on YouTube at the Sir Brady Podcast. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube at Sir Brady. There's new content for the new year coming soon. There's nothing on there since the end of December.
We'll crank out a bunch of videos these next 2 days.
We will. We'll try our best to do that. And go check out the last podcast before. Cahan, thank you so much for being here as always.
I'm honoured.
It was a great talk. It was a little new talk, music.
Yeah,
We haven't done that before.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it.
That was a fun talk. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon for instant updates on every video that's on this channel. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.